Over 50, older women. Take these three vitamins to look younger. Almost overnight, the journey through menopause brings with it a cascade of physiological shifts, and one of the most visible and often disheartening changes affects our skin and hair. Dermatology studies provide a clear picture. Within a mere 5 years following menopause, women can experience a profound loss of up to 30% of their skin's precious collagen. This significant depletion is a primary driver behind the unwelcome appearance of fine lines, the gradual descent of sagging skin, and the distressing thinning of hair, changes that can feel not only unavoidable, but deeply disheartening. Yet, a crucial piece of this puzzle often goes unnoticed, lying beneath the surface of what many perceive as simply the effects of aging. The truth is, these transformations aren't solely dictated by hormonal fluctuations. In a considerable number of instances, the underlying culprit is a silent, hidden epidemic of vitamin deficiencies. Specifically, there are three essential vitamins that a vast majority of women over the age of 50 are unknowingly lacking, and these very deficiencies contribute significantly to the visible signs of aging that cause so much frustration. It is time to shed light on these often overlooked nutritional powerhouses, to understand their profound impact, and to empower women with the knowledge to address them effectively. Hello, I am Dr. Marcus Ellison, a board-certified geriatrician, and for over 2 decades, I have dedicated my career to guiding women through the intricate tapestry of changes that accompany aging. My extensive experience spans a wide spectrum, from expertly navigating complex hormone shifts and combating persistent energy loss to optimizing skin health and vitality. Over the years, I have had the privilege of working with thousands of women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, many of whom arrived at my clinic feeling profoundly discouraged. They had often invested considerable time, effort, and financial resources into an array of creams, serums, and treatments, only to find their skin and hair stubbornly unresponsive, leaving them with a sense of helplessness against the march of time. This disappointment is a sentiment I understand deeply, and it fuels my commitment to offer a different perspective, a more empowering truth. The prevailing narrative, heavily influenced by the multi-billion-dollar beauty industry, frequently suggests that the secret to youthfulness can be found within an expensive bottle, a meticulously administered injection, or a lavish facial procedure. However, the rigorous scrutiny of science paints a fundamentally different and far more hopeful picture. The genuine, lasting solution for many of these age-related changes frequently resides not on the surface, but deep within the body, in the vital process of restoring the essential nutrients that your system gradually begins to lose after the age of 50. These are the very building blocks that your body requires to maintain its structural integrity and functional vitality. Today, I am committed to walking you through 3 distinct, clinically studied vitamins, each playing a unique and crucial role in supporting skin elasticity, promoting robust hair growth, and fostering stronger, healthier nails. Pay close attention, as the final vitamin we discuss might genuinely surprise you with its profound yet often unappreciated significance. Before we embark on this illuminating journey, I warmly invite you to subscribe to this channel and activate your notification bell. This simple action ensures you will not miss any future videos designed to provide invaluable insights and practical advice on women's health after 50. Furthermore, your support in helping me reach my initial goal of 1,000 subscribers is incredibly valuable, as it directly enables me to continue expanding and enhancing the content offered on this platform. Your voice also matters immensely to me. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If the experiences and challenges discussed resonate deeply with you, a simple 1 would be meaningful. Conversely, if you would prefer me to explore other health concerns pertinent to women over 50, a 0 would guide my future content creation. Your feedback is a cornerstone of this community, helping me craft content that genuinely supports and empowers you on your path to optimal health and well-being. 1. Vitamin K2, the elasticity supporter. When your skin persistently feels dry, taut, or conspicuously less springy despite your most diligent efforts, the consistent application of hydrating creams, nourishing serums, and a meticulously curated skincare routine, it suggests a deeper, more fundamental issue than mere surface dehydration. For countless women navigating life after 50, that pervasive feeling of stiffness in the skin is rarely just a superficial concern. It very often serves as a subtle yet significant biological signal, quietly indicating a deficiency in one of the most critically overlooked nutrients vital for healthy aging, vitamin K2. Despite its profound impact on cellular health and structural integrity, vitamin K2 lamentably receives scant attention in the vast and ever-growing discourse surrounding anti-aging strategies. Yet, its multifaceted role within the body is nothing short of critical, acting as a master conductor in a symphony of physiological processes. At its core, vitamin K2's primary physiological imperative is to activate a specific family of proteins that meticulously regulate the journey of calcium within your intricate bodily systems. Through a sophisticated biochemical process known as gamma carboxylation, K2 precisely turns on matrix GLA protein, MGP, within the delicate network of your blood vessels and osteocalcin within the robust framework of your bones. This activation is not arbitrary. It is a highly targeted directive, ensuring that calcium is precisely routed into the skeleton, where its presence is not only beneficial, but absolutely essential for maintaining bone density and structural strength. Simultaneously, and equally crucial, K2 actively works to prevent the aberrant accumulation of calcium in places where it simply does not belong, such as within the walls of arteries and the soft tissues that give your skin its suppleness. When this intricate calcium regulation system falters and calcium begins to infiltrate and accumulate in inappropriate locations, tissues throughout the body inevitably begin to stiffen and lose their characteristic pliability. Within the context of the skin, this insidious stiffening manifests as a noticeable loss of its natural bounce and resilience, an unwelcome deepening of lines and wrinkles that become more pronounced, and the development of a distinctly more rigid, less yielding texture. These are precisely the kind of subtle yet progressive changes that many women distinctly begin to observe and lament in the years following the onset of menopause. The decline in estrogen levels, a hallmark of this life stage, intricately influences vascular tone and microcirculation, impacting the efficiency with which blood and nutrients are delivered to the skin. Crucially, however, your skin's intrinsic and unyielding need for oxygen and vital nutrients does not diminish with advancing age. If anything, it becomes even more pressing. This is precisely where vitamin K2 assumes an indispensable role. By steadfastly supporting the flexibility and integrity of blood vessels and diligently maintaining a healthy, optimized mineral balance, K2 actively contributes to preserving the delicate microenvironment that is absolutely essential for keeping your skin inherently supple, responsive, and youthful in its appearance and feel. The scientific community continues to robustly back these observations with an ever-growing body of empirical evidence. Numerous clinical trials and extensive observational studies consistently demonstrate a compelling correlation between a higher dietary intake of vitamin K2 and significantly improved vascular health, characterized by more elastic and responsive blood vessels. Furthermore, these studies consistently link higher K2 levels to the enhanced resilience and suppleness of connective tissues throughout the body, including those integral to healthy skin. In my extensive clinical practice with aging patients, I have been a direct witness to the transformative power of consistently restoring vitamin K2 levels. Over time, and with dedicated adherence, I have seen skin gradually regain its natural softness, its inherent pliability, and its youthful radiance. This is not an instantaneous, overnight miracle, but rather a profound, meaningful, and gradual reclamation of skin health from within. However, a significant challenge arises when attempting to acquire sufficient quantities of vitamin K2 solely through dietary sources. The most naturally abundant and potent source, natto, a distinctive fermented soybean dish, while a staple in Japan, remains regrettably rare and largely unintegrated into typical Western diets. Smaller, though still beneficial, amounts of K2 can be found in select aged cheeses such as Gouda and certain other fermented dairy products. Given that these particular foods are not regular staples for the majority of individuals, consistent supplementation frequently emerges as the most practical and effective strategy for ensuring adequate K2 intake. When recommending K2, I typically advocate for the MK7 form, Minaquinone 7, primarily due to its superior bioavailability and prolonged activity within the body, ensuring a more consistent and sustained therapeutic effect. A daily dosage ranging between 90 and 180 micrograms, consumed with a meal that thoughtfully incorporates healthy fats, as K2 is a fat-soluble vitamin, is a commonly adopted and generally effective regimen. It is absolutely imperative for women who are currently taking anticoagulant medications such as warfarin to consult their primary healthcare provider or a qualified physician before introducing any form of vitamin K supplementation, as it can interact with these medications. With consistent and regular use, tangible results can often begin to manifest within a period of 6 to 8 weeks. Many women, in sharing their experiences, report that their skin feels noticeably less rigid, exhibits an improved capacity to retain moisture, and even begins to reclaim a subtle but definite measure of its natural spring and elasticity. While these immediate skin benefits are encouraging, improvements in more foundational aspects, such as bone density and the resilience of blood vessel walls, typically require a longer duration to become evident, usually spanning 3 to 6 months of continuous supplementation. Nevertheless, these deeper systemic improvements are equally, if not more, crucial for ensuring long-term vitality, overall cardiovascular health, and a robust skeletal system. Consider vitamin K2 as the fundamental scaffolding, the unseen structural support that underpins and enables everything else to flourish. It optimizes the internal environment, allowing your dedicated skincare regimen, your carefully balanced diet, and your regular movement practices to truly shine and yield their maximum potential. By diligently building and nurturing from the inside out, you actively empower all your other health and beauty habits to deliver their most impactful and visible results. However, vitamin K2 is merely the foundational cornerstone. Skin elasticity represents just one crucial piece of a far larger and more intricate puzzle. In the subsequent section, we will delve into a powerful antioxidant that operates as your skin's inherent internal shield, vigilantly defending your natural glow against the incessant onslaught of environmental stressors that are often entirely imperceptible to the naked eye. 2. Astaxanthin, the glow protector. A question that frequently arises in my discussions with women is why their skin continues to appear dull, feels persistently dry, or maintains an uneven tone, even when they faithfully adhere to a regimen of high-quality moisturizers, broad-spectrum sunscreens, and even expensive high-end serums. If you have ever found yourself pondering this very same enigma, the answer, quite often, resides far beneath the surface, operating at a cellular level that topical products simply cannot reach. While these external applications play a vital supportive role in nurturing the outermost layers of your skin, they are inherently limited in their capacity to penetrate to the deeper strata where much of the real insidious damage frequently originates, within the very cells themselves. This is precisely the biological frontier where astaxanthin steps in, emerging as a hero in the realm of cellular protection. Astaxanthin is an extraordinarily powerful antioxidant, a vibrant member of the carotenoid family, naturally found in a distinctive array of marine life, including the rich flesh of wild salmon, the succulent bodies of shrimp and lobster, the tiny yet mighty krill, and, perhaps most notably, a specific type of red microalgae known as Haematococcus pluvialis. What imbues astaxanthin with its unique and remarkable ability is its distinctive molecular structure, which allows it to seamlessly embed itself across the entire expanse of your cell membranes. This strategic positioning enables it to guard both the inner and outer layers of each individual cell, acting as a relentless sentinel. From this vantage point, it can proactively intercept and neutralize free radicals precisely at the moment and location where they are poised to inflict the most significant harm. The scientific evidence supporting its efficacy is, quite frankly, striking and compelling. Rigorous laboratory comparisons have unequivocally demonstrated that astaxanthin possesses an antioxidant capacity that is up to 500 times stronger than that of vitamin E, and it is significantly more potent than vitamin C in its ability to effectively neutralize the damaging effects of oxidative stress. This unparalleled antioxidant prowess becomes particularly crucial in the post-menopausal phase of life. As estrogen levels naturally decline, the body's intrinsic antioxidant defenses, which are typically robust in younger years, unfortunately begin to weaken. Without these crucial internal defenses operating at their peak, your skin becomes significantly more vulnerable to the incessant barrage of daily environmental stressors. These include, but are not limited to, the relentless assault of ultraviolet radiation from sunlight, the pervasive presence of atmospheric pollution, and the myriad of environmental toxins that we encounter daily. These external aggressors act as catalysts, accelerating the breakdown of essential structural components such as collagen and elastin, damaging the delicate lipid barrier and prematurely degrading healthy skin cells. While sunscreen undeniably plays an indispensable role in blocking the entry of harmful UV light, it possesses a fundamental limitation. It cannot, by its very nature, undo the oxidative damage that is already actively occurring within the deeper layers of the skin. This is precisely where astaxanthin elegantly fills the crucial gap, functioning as a kind of internal sunscreen, not by physically blocking the sun's rays, but rather by neutralizing their detrimental effects at the most fundamental cellular level. The net result of this internal protection is skin that is better shielded, more resilient, and healthier from within. Clinical studies provide robust validation for these profound effects. In a landmark randomized double-blind trial conducted in Japan, women who consistently supplemented with 6 milligrams of astaxanthin daily for a period of 8 weeks exhibited demonstrable improvements in skin elasticity, enhanced moisture retention, and a significant reduction in the appearance of fine lines, particularly when compared to a placebo group. Another independent study further confirmed these findings, revealing visible improvements in overall skin tone and remarkable smoothness, especially noticeable in the delicate skin surrounding the eyes. These compelling scientific results beautifully echo the anecdotal experiences I frequently hear from my own patients. They report that their faces appear noticeably brighter and more vibrant in photographs. Their skin texture feels remarkably more refined and smooth to the touch. And perhaps most importantly, their natural, healthy glow gradually begins to return, radiating from within. While dietary sources of astaxanthin certainly exist, the quantities present in most foods are relatively small. Although wild salmon, red sea bream, and krill do contain this remarkable nutrient, achieving the therapeutic dosages utilized in clinical studies would necessitate consuming extraordinarily large portions of these foods on a daily basis, a feat that, for most individuals, is neither realistic nor sustainable over the long term. For this practical reason, the vast majority of women stand to benefit significantly from consistent supplementation. The most commonly recommended and effective daily dosage ranges from 4 to 8 milligrams, and it is crucial to take it with a meal that contains a healthy fat component, as this significantly aids in its absorption into the body. Astaxanthin is generally regarded as safe for consumption, although in rare instances, taking it on an entirely empty stomach can occasionally lead to mild stomach upset. It is important to emphasize, however, that astaxanthin is not a rapid, overnight solution. Most women typically begin to observe visible, tangible changes after approximately 6 to 8 weeks of consistent, diligent use. It is also vital to understand that astaxanthin is not a replacement for your daily sunscreen or your diligently applied skincare regimen. Rather, it functions as an invaluable partner, working in synergy. It meticulously strengthens your skin from the inside out, empowering it to more effectively resist the daily onslaught of environmental stress and the inevitable age-related breakdown of its cellular structures. Furthermore, its benefits extend far beyond mere cosmetic improvements, encompassing significant support for eye health, robust cardiovascular function, and enhanced physical stamina, thereby solidifying its status as a nutrient well worth considering for anyone over the age of 50. But while astaxanthin excels at protecting and preserving the epidermal health you currently possess, the next nutrient we will explore is entirely focused on the crucial process of rebuilding, specifically targeting the fundamental structure of your hair, nails, and the outer layers of your skin. In the upcoming section, we will delve into the profound impact of biotin and how its restoration can help you effectively renew what the passage of time has gradually worn down and diminished. 3. Vitamin B7, biotin, the keratin builder. The frustration that accompanies running your fingers through hair that feels noticeably thinner than it once was, or the recurrent disappointment of watching your nails split and chip just as they begin to achieve some length, is a sentiment shared by countless women. You are unequivocally not alone in these experiences. These are not merely minor cosmetic inconveniences that can be easily dismissed. Rather, they serve as eloquent and subtle biological signals, potent indicators that something essential, a critical nutrient, may be conspicuously absent or present in insufficient quantities within your system. And in many cases, particularly after the age of 50, one of the most common and often overlooked culprits behind these widespread issues is a deficiency in biotin, more widely recognized as vitamin B7. Biotin is an integral and indispensable member of the B-complex family of vitamins, playing a profoundly central and multifaceted role in the intricate biochemical processes that govern the production of keratin. Keratin, it is vital to remember, is the principal structural protein that forms the very foundation of your hair, constitutes the primary material of your nails, and forms the outermost protective layer of your skin. When the body's levels of biotin are inadequate or significantly depleted, the crucial process of keratin synthesis experiences a marked slowdown, rendering these keratin-dependent tissues inherently more fragile, brittle, and susceptible to damage. This fundamental biochemical truth precisely explains why so many women in their 50s and 60s consistently report the distressing realities of brittle nails that break with frustrating ease, an alarming rate of excessive hair shedding, or skin that perpetually feels rough and never quite achieves a state of silky smoothness, irrespective of how carefully and diligently they care for it with external applications. On a deeper cellular level, biotin functions as an essential cofactor, actively participating in the complex metabolic pathways responsible for processing amino acids, fats, and glucose. These three classes of macronutrients are not just sources of energy, they are the fundamental building blocks, the raw materials upon which the entire process of keratin synthesis absolutely depends. Consequently, without a sufficient and consistent supply of biotin, the newly generated cells that are destined to form hair, nails, and skin lack the proper structural integrity and resilience. This internal structural deficiency invariably manifests externally in a host of visible problems. Increased breakage of hair strands and nail plates, noticeable thinning of hair density, and a persistent underlying dryness that resists conventional moisturizing efforts. It is for this very profound reason that the deliberate and consistent replenishment of this single crucial nutrient often culminates in visible, measurable, and deeply satisfying improvements in the health and appearance of hair, skin, and nails. The robust scientific evidence further corroborates these observations. In a particularly noteworthy study published in the esteemed Journal of Clinical and Aesthetic Dermatology, Women afflicted with brittle nails who were administered 2.5 milligrams of biotin daily for a sustained period of 6 months experienced marked and clinically significant improvements in both the strength and the thickness of their nails. Other compelling studies have similarly demonstrated a measurable reduction in hair shedding and a noticeable improvement in overall hair density among postmenopausal women who successfully corrected an underlying biotin deficiency through supplementation. While biotin can indeed be found in a variety of wholesome foods, including eggs, particularly the yolk, nutrient-rich almonds and walnuts, vibrant sweet potatoes, and creamy avocados, there are inherent challenges to relying solely on dietary intake for optimal levels. For instance, the delicate nature of biotin means that certain cooking methods can unfortunately destroy a portion of the vitamin, reducing its bioavailability. Furthermore, and significantly, the efficiency of nutrient absorption naturally tends to decline with advancing age, making it more challenging for the body to extract and utilize biotin from food sources as effectively as it once did. For these very reasons, a considerable number of women over the age of 50 stand to gain substantial benefit from daily supplementation. The most commonly utilized and well-tolerated dosage typically ranges from 2.5 to 5 milligrams per day, and it is generally advisable to take it with food to optimize absorption and minimize any potential mild gastrointestinal discomfort. Because biotin is a water-soluble vitamin, any excess amounts that the body does not immediately utilize are efficiently flushed out through the urine, making toxicity an exceedingly rare concern, even at higher dosages. It is crucial to approach biotin supplementation with a sense of realistic expectation and, above all, patience. The growth cycles of both hair and nails are inherently slow and deliberate processes. Consequently, visible improvements often require a commitment of at least 2 to 3 months before they become truly noticeable. Initially, the signs of progress may be subtle. A slight but definite increase in the strength of your nail edges, the appearance of fine baby hairs at your temples indicating new growth, or skin that feels consistently less dry throughout the day. However, with unwavering consistency and sustained effort, these seemingly minor victories accumulate over time, building into a profound and tangible transformation. And with these physical improvements comes an equally significant quiet return of confidence, a renewed sense of self-assurance. For biotin to exert its most powerful and transformative effects, it functions optimally when integrated into a broader, holistic routine. Your body also requires an adequate intake of high-quality protein, which provides the essential amino acids for keratin construction, as well as a sufficient supply of omega-3 fatty acids, crucial for maintaining scalp and nail bed health. Proper hydration is non-negotiable, and restorative, uninterrupted sleep is equally vital. Women who consciously combine these beneficial habits with consistent biotin supplementation tend to observe the most profound, rapid, and sustainable results. What truly underpins biotin's remarkable power is not its speed of action, but rather its fundamental ability to reignite and restore the body's innate capacity to perform what it inherently knows how to do. With the passage of time and unwavering consistency, the compromised keratin structures begin to meticulously rebuild themselves, and for a great many women, this represents a pivotal turning point, a moment when lingering discouragement finally begins to dissipate, giving way to tangible, empowering progress and a renewed sense of hope. However, even the most exceptional and efficacious nutrients require the right internal environment to perform their job optimally. In the forthcoming section, we will delve into 5 foundational daily habits that are crucial for helping these powerful vitamins reach their absolute full potential, thereby multiplying their profound impact on your natural glow, your sustained energy levels, and your overall resilience. 5 supportive habits to multiply the benefits. Even the most clinically proven and effective vitamins, the most potent nutritional allies, can only truly perform their best work when the body's intricate internal environment is optimally primed and unequivocally supportive of their action. Over my many years of clinical practice, I have frequently observed a poignant scenario. Countless women embark on a new supplement regimen, brimming with genuine hope and optimistic expectations, only to find themselves profoundly disappointed months later, having perceived little to no tangible change. More often than not, the core issue does not lie with the vitamin itself, but rather with a constellation of daily habits that, often unconsciously, silently, and relentlessly, undermine its potential effects. To truly transform the efficacy of vitamin K2, astaxanthin, and biotin from mere supplements into profoundly transformative agents, certain foundational, non-negotiable practices must become seamlessly integrated into your daily routine, forming the bedrock of your overall well-being. Hydration stands as the foremost and arguably most critical of these foundational habits. Water is not merely a thirst quencher, it serves as the universal transport medium for every single nutrient that circulates within your body. Without an adequate and consistent intake of fluid, your cells simply cannot absorb essential vitamins efficiently, nor can they effectively eliminate metabolic waste products. The skin, being the largest organ and a highly visible indicator of internal health, quickly reflects this deficiency, becoming noticeably flat, dull, and prone to the accentuation of fine lines. Women who commit to consuming a consistent 6 to 8 glasses of pure water each day often report a remarkable observation. Their meticulously applied moisturizers suddenly seem to work far more effectively, precisely because their skin barrier is no longer in a state of chronic internal starvation. Gentle morning sunlight is another remarkably potent yet often undervalued ally in your quest for enhanced vitality. Just 10 minutes of exposure to the soft, early morning light, ideally without sunglasses, helps to profoundly regulate your circadian rhythms, which in turn orchestrates sleep-wake cycles and hormonal balance. This modest exposure also stimulates your body's natural production of vitamin D, a crucial hormone-like vitamin, vital for bone health and immune function, and importantly, it helps to stabilize hormones that are intricately involved in skin repair and regeneration. It is important to note that this exposure should be modest and timed, and the consistent use of sunscreen remains absolutely essential later in the day when UV intensity is higher. However, that gentle early morning light supports not only overall skin health but also significantly enhances the quality of your sleep. And as sleep improves, faces often appear visibly brighter, more rested, and possess a renewed sense of vitality. Nutrition itself serves as a powerful multiplier of benefits. Vitamins inherently function with far greater efficacy when they are surrounded by their natural cofactors, which are abundantly found within a diverse array of whole, unprocessed foods. A plate vibrantly filled with an expansive spectrum of greens, reds, purples, and oranges provides an intricate matrix of antioxidants, essential minerals, and diverse phytonutrients. These naturally occurring compounds work synergistically, amplifying the beneficial actions of vitamin K2, astaxanthin, and biotin, creating a sum far greater than its individual parts. Supplements in this context should always be viewed as intelligent reinforcements, strategically filling nutritional gaps rather than as complete substitutes for a nutrient-dense diet. Restorative sleep is absolutely critical, acting as a profound period of repair and rejuvenation. It is during the precious hours of deep, uninterrupted rest that the body undertakes its most vital restorative processes. It actively produces new collagen, meticulously repairs micro-damage at the cellular level, and diligently balances cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Skimping on sleep relentlessly disrupts all of these crucial processes, and no amount of supplementation, however potent, can fully compensate for chronic sleep deprivation. Prioritizing and protecting 7 to 8 hours of truly quality sleep each night can lead to remarkably more even skin tone, significantly reduced puffiness around the eyes, and a noticeably steadier, more sustained energy level throughout your waking hours. Finally, and perhaps most subtly yet profoundly, managing stress may be the quiet, fundamental key that elegantly holds everything else together. Persistently elevated levels of cortisol, the chronic stress hormone, are directly implicated in the accelerated breakdown of collagen, thereby hastening the visible signs of aging. Even dedicating a mere 10 minutes each day to practices such as deep, diaphragmatic breathing, mindful meditation, or reflective prayer can fundamentally alter how your body physiologically responds to daily challenges and, consequently, how your skin visibly appears in the mirror. Managing stress is not an indulgence. It is, in its truest sense, preventative medicine, a vital investment in your long-term health and radiant appearance. Collectively, these 5 habits do not merely support, they act as powerful multipliers. Vitamins furnish the raw materials, the essential building blocks, but these daily habits fundamentally dictate whether the body is capable of utilizing them optimally and effectively. I often draw a comparison to the act of planting seeds. If the soil is parched, depleted, and neglected, even the most superior and genetically robust seeds will struggle to germinate, let alone thrive. However, when the ground is meticulously nurtured, consistently hydrated, and replete with vital nutrients, those very same seeds flourish, blossoming into their full potential. Women who consciously and consistently combine a regimen of targeted supplementation with diligent hydration, balanced, nutrient-rich meals, adequate restorative rest, appropriate exposure to gentle light, and effective stress control are the ones who invariably observe the most striking, holistic, and deeply satisfying changes in their overall health and appearance. This is also an opportune moment to reiterate that your voice is a powerful force that actively shapes and enriches this burgeoning community. If any of these foundational habits resonate deeply with your personal experience, I earnestly encourage you to share your insights and journey in the comments section below. By doing so, you possess the profound ability to inspire another woman to embark on a small yet significant step toward improved health and well-being. And if you have not yet joined our steadily growing community, subscribing now will be instrumental in helping us reach our crucial goal of 1,000 members, a collective of supportive, informed, and empowered women navigating life beautifully after 50. Habits, though they may sound simple in their description, actually form the intricate and robust framework within which nutrients are empowered to perform at their absolute peak efficiency. Once these fundamental basics are firmly in place, the improvements in skin vitality, hair strength, and sustained energy levels become not just noticeable, but undeniably visible and profoundly tangible. More importantly, these physical transformations set the stage for something even more profound and deeply personal: the emotional and psychological renewal that blossoms when a woman begins, quite simply, to feel like her vibrant, authentic self once again. In the concluding section of our discussion, we will explore this deeper, more intrinsic truth. Knowing precisely which vitamins are uniquely poised to support your skin, hair, and energy levels after the age of 50 is undeniably a crucial starting point. It represents the initial glimmer of understanding, the first step on a journey of renewed vitality. However, the true, lasting transformation, the kind that permeates every aspect of your well-being, only truly begins to unfold when you consciously and consistently integrate these insights into a practical, sustainable routine that seamlessly fits into the rhythm of your unique life. The goal here is not an elusive, overwhelming quest for perfection. Rather, what genuinely matters, what holds the profound power to create lasting change, is unwavering consistency. It is the cumulative effect of small, deliberate, and steady steps, conscientiously taken day after day, that ultimately builds toward visible, tangible, and truly enduring results. If you are just embarking on your journey with supplements, my strongest advice is to approach it with thoughtful deliberation and to take it slowly, one meaningful step at a time. Introduce one change, allow your body ample time to respond, to adapt, and to integrate this new support. For vitamin K2, specifically in its highly bioavailable MK7 form, a starting dose of 90 micrograms once daily offers a gentle yet remarkably effective entry point. It is ideally consumed with your largest meal of the day, particularly one that includes some healthy fat, as this significantly enhances its absorption and ensures its optimal utilization by your body. Many women discover even greater synergistic benefits when they thoughtfully pair K2 with vitamin D3 and magnesium, a powerful trio of nutrients that work in concert to robustly support both bone density and comprehensive vascular health. For astaxanthin, often hailed as your internal cellular shield, an excellent initial step is to incorporate 4 milligrams daily. When selecting your supplement, always prioritize a trusted brand that clearly and transparently lists both the precise dosage and the source of the astaxanthin, ideally derived from the potent red microalgae Haematococcus pluvialis. As with K2, it is consistently advisable to take astaxanthin with food that contains healthy fats, such as a serving of wild salmon, a slice of ripe avocado, or a drizzle of high-quality olive oil, to maximize its absorption. After a consistent period of 6 to 8 weeks, some women, under the guidance and recommendation of their healthcare provider, may choose to increase their dosage to 6 or even 8 milligrams. However, it is paramount to reiterate that the most critical factors for success with astaxanthin, and indeed with all supplements, are unwavering consistency and patient endurance. With biotin, the fundamental nutrient that underpins the robust strength of keratin, the very building block of your hair, nails, and the outer layer of your skin, typical and effective doses range from 2.5 to 5 milligrams per day. Given the inherently slow growth cycle of keratin-rich tissues, it is crucial to temper expectations and anticipate a waiting period of at least 3 months before you can truly begin to accurately evaluate the results. To further amplify biotin's efficacy, consciously support its action by incorporating protein-rich foods into your diet, such as eggs, legumes, or lean meats, which provide the essential raw materials that keratin requires to rebuild and flourish. As you thoughtfully introduce these supplements into your daily regimen, it is vital to maintain a realistic perspective. These are not magical overnight solutions, promising instantaneous transformations. Instead, they are steady, reliable allies, working diligently with your body, helping it to repair, regenerate, and replenish itself in its own inherent natural rhythm. To sustain your motivation throughout this journey, cultivate the habit of tracking your progress in small yet meaningful ways. Perhaps snap a weekly photo to visually document subtle changes, jot down brief notes in a journal describing how your skin feels from day to day, or simply take conscious notice when your nails exhibit improved strength and resistance to breakage. Over time, these seemingly minor shifts will accumulate, becoming impossible to ignore, culminating in a profound and undeniable improvement. More importantly, strive to approach each and every step of this process as a profound act of self-respect, a conscious investment in your own well-being. This journey is not about relentlessly chasing an elusive youth or fixating on perceived flaws. It is, at its heart, about thoughtfully and compassionately supporting the incredible body that has faithfully carried you through every phase of your life. When you approach this process with patience, starting slowly and attentively listening to your body's unique signals, you are unequivocally giving yourself the very best chance to succeed, to thrive, and to do so without the added burden of unnecessary stress. Together, we have meticulously explored three truly powerful nutrients that quietly yet profoundly shape how women experience the aging process after 50. Vitamin K2 stands as a crucial guide, meticulously directing calcium precisely where it belongs, into the strong framework of your bones, and skillfully diverting it away from vulnerable soft tissues, thereby preserving both systemic flexibility and the youthful resilience of your skin. Astaxanthin functions as an antioxidant powerhouse, a vigilant guardian tirelessly shielding your cells from the relentless onslaught of oxidative damage, which is a primary contributor to the formation of wrinkles, persistent dryness, and unwelcome skin discoloration. And biotin, the dedicated keratin builder, actively helps to rebuild and restore what the passage of time has gradually worn down, diligently strengthening your hair, fortifying your nails, and renewing the vital outer layer of your skin. Each of these extraordinary nutrients has been rigorously studied in scientific settings. Each has demonstrably shown measurable and beneficial effects, and together they offer a comprehensive and synergistic approach to addressing the concerns that so many women profoundly share: the inevitable sagging of skin, the frustration of brittle nails, the distress of thinning hair, and the gradual fading of vibrant energy. But more than merely addressing these physical manifestations, they collectively represent a powerful shift in mindset. They embody the profound understanding that beauty after menopause is not an exercise in fruitlessly attempting to turn back the hands of time, but rather an empowering act of consciously giving your body the essential tools and nourishment it still profoundly needs to not just survive, but to truly thrive, with grace and vitality. So here is my considered advice to you, distilled from years of experience and scientific understanding. Start small, embrace unwavering consistency, and always strive for balance in your approach. Choose your supplements wisely, sourcing them from reputable and reliable providers. Crucially, support their action with a foundation of nutritious, whole foods. Maintain consistent hydration, prioritize quality, restorative sleep, and cultivate a calm, steady rhythm to your days, effectively managing stress. True progress takes time. It demands patience. But what you will gain in return is far more profound and enduring than merely smoother skin or stronger nails. It is the quiet, yet deeply powerful return of confidence, that beautiful, empowering moment when you once again feel profoundly aligned with the reflection gazing back at you. Again, if today's video has brought you clarity, ignited a spark of hope, or offered a fresh perspective, I sincerely invite you to click the like button. Share this valuable information with someone you deeply care about, and subscribe to Senior Health Guard. Your unwavering support is instrumental in helping us reach our crucial goal of 1,000 subscribers and continues to empower us to build a warm, incredibly informed, and deeply empowered community for women navigating and thriving after 50. And believe me, we are just getting started on this transformative journey. In our very next video, we will delve into the often subtle signs that your body might be silently struggling with hidden inflammation, and crucially, explore how small, manageable daily changes can effectively calm this inflammation down from the inside out, fostering a state of profound well-being. This is an essential discussion you absolutely will not want to miss.